Mental and emotional resilience can be defined by characteristics like being able to adapt to change and uncertainty, to bounce back when things don't go the way that we plan, to be flexible and calm during times of chaos, and to be able to use mental strength to solve problems, move forward, and remain hopeful, even when you're facing setbacks. In this video and in this series, we're going to talk about specific techniques that you can put into practice in your life to build better mental and emotional resilience. And in this video, we're going to start with acceptance. All right, welcome back. If you're new here, this is Keith from risingstronger.com, and I help men to elevate their mental health and take charge of their lives through nutrition, movement, and lifestyle. So the first technique that we're going to talk about today is acceptance. And this is one of the 6 components of the ACT system, acceptance and commitment therapy. And you can read more about that in the book, A Liberated Mind, if you so choose. It's a great book. And ACT is something, accessible to the common person to put into their lives. But acceptance, the word acceptance, comes from a Latin word that means to receive, like a gift. That's where we get the word acceptance. And the opposite of acceptance, or like the reason that we may not accept, at the root of it, and this is simplifying a little bit, but is our lack of willingness to feel. And we all, as human beings, want to feel. It talks about this in the book. We yearn for experiences that make us feel, but we're not always very skillful at handling our feelings. We don't always know how to deal with them. And, we're often shut down or fearful of things that make us feel for those reasons. But in terms of mental and emotional resilience, in my opinion and experience, acceptance is really the place to start, because what acceptance ultimately is the ability to take whatever is happening to you, and in this case something that may be undesirable, and be able to say, yes, I'm okay with this being here. Now, it's important to understand that this is a dialectic, in a sense that it can be that we say yes and are okay with it and are open to it, and that it sucks, that it's painful, that it's frustrating, that we may be fearful or whatever. Like, both of those things can be true at the same time. So it doesn't mean by accepting or being open to accepting what's going on with us that we are, that we're going to lose or get rid of the feelings of the potential negative feelings, let's say. But acceptance is rather the ability in our head to say, or in our mind to say, yes, I'm open to experiencing this. And this is important for multiple reasons. And one of them is that our brain and body respond differently on a chemical level when we say, yeah, I'm up for this, I can handle it. Even if we don't actually think that we can, or maybe if we had time to sit there and analyze it, we'd feel like this is something that's going to break us, or we're at the point of the day where, there's too much stress, we just don't have any energy left, whatever the situation is. When we actually make a conscious statement, a decision to say, yeah, I'm here, I can handle this, let me do it, our brain and body respond differently. And part of the way that we do this is not just mentally, it's not just saying yes, that is kind of the first step, but it's also physically being open in terms of posture, in terms of how we carry ourselves. So there's, universally it's understood that when we're feeling defeated, or when a human being is feeling defeated, we tend to close down. We tend to cross our arms, maybe cross our legs, put our head down, shoulders rounded. And when we're in a place where we feel confident, we feel powerful, we feel capable, it tends to be much more of head and shoulders back, standing tall, maybe even, this could be part of what you do, like opening your arms as if to say, yes, I can take this, even if you're just by yourself. And that, I mean, there's scientific data on this showing that just adopting a posture of confidence and capability changes the chemical structure of the way that you're thinking and the way that you're feeling, and actually gives you an additional boost that, can actually help you to proceed to deal with whatever it is that you're dealing with. So acceptance as a takeaway, as a practice that you can put into practice in your life, is to say yes. And you have to this is a practice. You have to be willing to forget sometimes and realize you didn't do it, but catch yourself when something's going on and you're starting to feel like, oh God, I can't handle this, or not this right now, or whatever narrative we tend to get into, and instead say, yes, I can handle this. And then be mindful of your posture to represent what you're saying in your mind with a body that is in a physical state that looks like it's capable and confident and able to handle. So try putting that into practice, and keep an eye out. We're going to be doing 6 more videos to cover 7 techniques to build mental and emotional resilience. And I have another video, if you want to watch a longer explanation that puts all of this into one place on mental and emotional resilience. I'll put a link down below. And then I also have a free cheat sheet listing out these techniques that you can actually download or print and refer back to them so you can put them into practice in your life. But these things they work in building resilience in this way. So I'll put a link to that guide below as well. And then I appreciate your time. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and keep an eye out for the next video. All right. Thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed this episode, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're listening. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe, and head over to risingstronger.com. You can join my growing email list by entering your email address or downloading my free guide, the High Mileage Foods for Better Mental Health Guide. I do offer a free 30-minute coaching consultation. You can sign up for that there as well. And again, I appreciate your time. I'll see you in the next episode.